bottled water is fine. I don't want coffee, cold iced beverages.
Right.
No, if you want like a bottle of water with a cap or with a fucking nip, go ahead.
So what about a bottle of Diet Coke?
You're not bringing juice or pop in the car.
I'm glad you're not gonna have kids.
I'm glad. I'm just gonna leave it at kids aren't for me.
No, kids aren't. I agree with you.
This is a car discussion.
This is a car
podcast.
Okay, I've got no, but I think we can talk about, because I'm in full agreement with you. I fucking hate children. Yeah. Have you ever met someone? But I genuinely hate them. Like, I think they're and people are like, oh look, they're so cute, and I'm like, they're not, right? Because all I can see are dream killers, right? I see dream killers. How many people do you know who's like, yeah, the amount of money I spent on my kids? It's like, yeah, that's a GTR, that's an R8, that's a Mark. Yeah,
that's literally how like I do the math in my mind. They're like, yeah, well, like diapers and this, and then like the childcare costs this much every month, and I'm doing the math in my head. It's like, oh, I could get a GT4. Yeah,
literally, right? Would you like to have a child who will not appreciate you until maybe the day you die, or a car that really likes being revved out? Easy fucking choice.
Like I share very similar sentiments. Like I'm not gonna outwardly say like I hate or despise your kids or whatever. If you want to have kids, by all means have kids.
I do.
Best of luck. Just leave me out of it. But I'm very much like, I see them and I see like I see germs.
Yes.
And I just see the death of all dreams and personality.
Yes.
Of the individual.
It's about their dreams now.
Parent. I cannot count the number of times I've seen like selling my fun car because I'm having a kid and need to get something practical. And it's like, oof, buddy, I'd kill myself.
Yeah, no, I would rather be dead. Like that's the thing. Like I will say that there are, so like I've seen people like, just because I'm in, a golf Discord or whatever, where they're like, yeah, this is great. This is a perfect fun car for having children. Great. I'm glad you found something.
I'm here for it. Like,
right.
Hey, if it works for you.
But this is the but.
It's just not for me.
No, but you will never be able to justify a GT4. You will never be able to justify a Porsche. Like it's funny, and this is not to rag on women. I love women. They're my favorite. But there is a certain thing when you like start being kind of like in any kind of like serious relationship where it becomes like, yes, it's your money or it's her money or whatever, but then you start to sort of have this doubt of like, do you really need to buy a Porsche? Do you know what I mean? Like it becomes like, well, we need to work, we need to think about the future, we need to think about how about you just and then you're driving a BRZ if you're lucky. But then really it would be like, do you really need a sports? Like you should just get it's a nice car. The Honda Ridgeline's a nice car. You should get a Honda, and now you're buying an SUV. When I bought my FRS, the salesman told me, because I was like, oh, where did you buy this? And because it was a Nissan dealer, so that was already kind of stood out to me, because it was like, why?
Yeah.
And the guy was like, oh, actually, we took this car and another car on trade. The gentleman who traded it in, him and his wife, traded in his car and her car so they could buy an SUV because his wife was they were having their first child. That dude better have killed himself.
I would have.
Sell your fucking FRS. We're buying, first of all, a Nissan. That's a separate issue.
Yep, I would have. And you know what? General pro tip for everybody out there. These are discussions that you have at the beginning of the relationship if you're normal
100%.
people.
100%.
These are the things you talk about in like the first month or two, because these are those sort of things that are like compatibility killers. If you're not on the same page here, it's not going to work long term. You get that shit out of the way at the beginning.
But the thing that bugs me is I've heard it from people, I can't believe I'm quantifying this, but like I've met lots of people at car meets, even before I ever met like, you and like our other friends who I would say are a much more stable group of friends in cars, which is great. I'm very happy. But before that, I was kind of like one of those car meet drifters who would just go to whoever, like, to try to find people who like the same things,
Yeah.
The amount of stories I hear from divorced men who talk about how, like, even though they were upfront with what their life is like and what they want, like, that their significant other then went on to basically dictate what was and was not appropriate, especially when it came to, like, his dreams. Alarming. Very alarming. Men do this too. I'll do that. Men do this shit too, but in this topic specifically, women are the culprit. This is now a woman-hating podcast. We're gonna bring on stupid women.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like more often than not, that's usually how it goes, but it could go either way.
It could definitely go either way. But what I'm saying is I think that people misunderstand when you have children, especially, it's like something takes over in that relationship where it's like, oh, no, this is your dreams are not important. And that's what really bugs me about kids. People have kids and they like, that's fine. Like my boss, he has 2 kids. He seems to be relatively happy and he has a house with a shop and 2 lifts. Nice.
Yeah.
Right. And he has fun and
very nice. That's fun.
But that is the only time I've ever heard that. You know, like that's the exception. It's not the rule.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, this might be delving into a bit of a topic.
No, go for it.
I think too many people that shouldn't have kids have kids.
No, yeah,
and it ruins a lot of things, not just in their life, but once it's happening en masse, a lot of things in general. Like, if you are not financially able to do it, like if you cannot have the mortgage, have a car, pay everything you'll need to pay for your kid, still have savings and investments to build for your future,
yes,
you're not ready to have a kid.
I agree. And what scares the shit out of me, right, is like my parents will be like, why don't you want children? And I'm like, because 1, they're disgusting. I don't want to be around them. 2, right, like they literally take your dreams away, as we've discussed. And 3, I can't afford that. Like, if I even wanted them, like pretend that I actually like them. I can't afford that, and I'm not a stupid person. Like, and I'm not saying, look, sometimes things happen, and you're like, you know what, this is our one chance. So I get it, okay? The thing that my parents said to me that they heard from white people, this is, my parents don't talk like this. That's how I know that it was not them. They said, people have the kid, and then they know because they have it, they'll figure it out. That is insane.
That is fucking insane.
That's great. My mom would never say shit like that.
I could never.
Could you imagine?
Could you imagine getting into, like, that is almost, like, that is a bigger deal than a car or a house, because you can't get out of that one easily.
No, you can't set that on fire and claim the insurance.
Yeah, and your response to that is, well, like, oh, fuck, I guess we'll just figure it out.
Like, what?
That's
no,
horrifying.
I don't think people understand. I'm not only am I pro-abortion, I'm actually pro-forced abortion. I think there's certain people that I've met who, like, show up at car meets in the middle of the night with a rusty VW Golf or something like that. I'm like, you shouldn't have children. Go take that baby. You know what I mean? Like, it should be forced in my mind. I'm amazed that people are allowed to have kids sometime. In my perfect world, there would be licenses to have children. It would be fully government subsidized. Everybody would have an equal shake. But if you can't get that license, you shan't have children. And then it'll be a whole, like, weird futurist thing where, like, cyberpunk bullshit where it's like, take that unlicensed baby. And then this is the thing, we make bad decisions sometimes, right? Like let's be real, right? Like, we're at least reasonably financially literate, but like, we've definitely done stupid things, you know, where we're like, we shouldn't have spent.
We've all made stupid financial decisions in this hobby.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, at the end of the day, we've all made stupid financial decisions in this hobby, but, like, if we need to, we can get out of it. Like, I can sell the MR2, I can sell the Supra.
I'm
not
set
going to
my
get
Golf
all
on
the money
fire.
back, but I can recoup money. You can't back out of the kid.
No, you can't. Like, if it dies, you go to jail.
Yeah.
You could. There are some countries where you could put it up for auction, but that's, I would call you morally dubious. Oh, I heard it.
Yes,
I heard auction.
I said adoption, not auction.
Okay, all right. Anyway,
but if the child dies, you are going to jail.
Yeah, there's like no world where you could, like, I mean, people neglect kids all. This is the thing that bugs me too, is like, I don't want bad things to happen to children. I can't believe I have to say that out loud. But like, there are some people who I wouldn't trust with, like, a cat. Like, these are the people who sign the crazy deals at these dealerships.
That I don't know how they fucking get dressed in the morning, and they're just gonna raise a person, and then they just raise someone that also doesn't know how to get dressed in the morning.
That's exactly.
And now everything is worse.
You know, like, there was like a thing in the news like years ago, I think it was New Jersey, that was like, oh, maybe we will, like, you know, like, because in New Jersey they fill your gas, just so that we're clear, right?
Yeah, and then they changed it so it was self-serve.
No, see,
and nobody knew how to pump gas.
Okay, yes, but it was also, they are full serve, right? There is like one pump at each station now that's like maybe like, you know, like self-serve. But in the time that they were doing it, there was a guy who got on the fucking news and was like, I just think that trained professionals should be the ones operating this and putting the gas in my tank. I don't know how to do that. I'm like, have you ever left the state? And this guy raised a kid? He doesn't know how to put fuel in his car?
Yeah.
Dude, it's the, you know what's fucked up? Like, to get a license, you need to pass testing. To get, like, to buy a car, you need to have money. What do you need to have a child?
Yeah, like you need to do
Nothing.
to buy a house, you need to do like the financial, like
Yeah.
to make every other major life decision, you need to have some sort of proof that you can reasonably
Do it.
make this decision.
Yes.
But to have to do arguably make the biggest decision and the most impactful to not just your life but the planet in general, nothing at all. Just go ahead.
Whatever you like. If you want kids,
Have at
you
it.
will figure it out. Like,
Do it as many times as you want.
oh yeah, yeah. Just have 25 of them. Let me preface this. I'm all for social support. I'll be clear. I'm pretty liberal with my on finances. I think that I don't think we should be sending money outside of this. This is very intricate for our podcast.
I
This is
believe in
garbage.
UBI.
Yeah, I'm for that.
I would rather have people that don't want to work just sit there and collect UBI,
Yes.
and people that do want to work and do the job better
Yeah, I agree.
than it would otherwise get done.
I think that there are flaws in the system, but I believe generally that we should have social supports in general. I have heard story that a young lady, I won't say who, went to apply for like some sort of social assistance, and the lady basically said, if you have a child, they'll give you more money, so you should have a child. This is a person
That's crazy.
applying to welfare, basically, like Ontario Works, whatever. Can you imagine? Can you fucking
Crazy.
imagine? Like, this is the level, like, okay, yeah, fuck it. Like,
Yeah. And then all that extra money will be immediately offset by the cost of having to raise a child.
having to raise that child, yeah, exactly. You know, I don't know what the fuck to say anymore. And it's like, and then you put all this in context, and it's like, yeah, I know exactly who these dealerships are targeting. It's people who make poor fucking decisions and have like the minivan.
Yeah.
I fully understand why the minivan went from being like, this is a good family, to like, this is the worst people that you know. Because it became a symbol of how much can I stuff in one package? How little can I spend to do the most amount? And that's not a bad thing inherently, but what it becomes, especially as minivan, they attempt to make them upmarket. They're not upmarket, they're fucking garbage, right? Like, they become, it's not a positive stat, it's a negative status symbol of all your poor decisions. I had too many children, I need to fit them in one car, I'm now buying a used Dodge Grand Caravan from Arzoi fucking Autos.
Fucking arse. But the craziest thing is, like, people will have one kid and then they'll just be like, oh, we need a van. For what?
I was gonna save this, right? But it will eventually someday it will come out as its own video. But I have a script from when I was originally writing for Curbrash before we decided to just do a weekly thing. I had a coworker. I was minding my fucking business in the office, right? Having a jolly old time, and I hear like a haunting message, right, from across the cubicle, and she says she just put in an order for a Kia Sportage. Already a bad decision, but okay, it's a new vehicle, so for 5 years it's their problem. Fine,
Yeah.
right? Aside from the fact it's shit, right? She specified the reason she ordered that car was that her and her husband had plans to have a child in the next couple years. Okay, I don't think you need an SUV for that, but fine. But then she notes that if they have a second child, she would need to upgrade to something larger. My brother in Christ, the only thing larger than a fucking 5-seater SUV is a 7-seater SUV.
Or a van. Which means they'd be like, oh, we're gonna trade the Sportage in for a fucking Kia Sedona.
Yes, or a Kia Carnival. I love that it was called a Carnival, because if you own one, your life is a fucking car. It's a shit show. It's a circus. You fucking clown. That's what it means. Kia is fucking laughing at you. They're laughing at you. They're like, it's a carnival. You're a fucking clown.
Literally.
Ugh.
I have never seen a second-hand van that wasn't destroyed on the inside.
No, I've never seen one. I've seen vans. Okay, I've seen vans that come to like my dad's company that are like a year old. I don't know what was wrong with my dad. He loves vans. He'll get them and I'm like, what happened in here? Like I get it and you're like, I'd like to get out now.
You open the door and it's like somebody exploded.
It's
on the inside. There's like, how did that get on the ceiling? What is that? Why is it there? Why does the headliner look like this?
I don't know. There's a video of a guy who like cleans cars and he'll do them like he makes money from the YouTube like AdSense. But there's this one where he cleans it. I want to show you this car detailing. It was like definitely a Kia Sportage because like it was bad. Like I cannot imagine, like, how do you let your car get to this point? Yeah. God, which
Oh,
one is
I
it?
remember working at the dealership. Like the one GM would always take a Sienna, like top of the line Sienna as a demo because he had a big family with like 3 or 4 kids, which is fine. If you have 3 or 4 kids, that's van territory. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But these demos would come back because demos only went out for either 6 months or 15K, whatever you did first. And
Right.
they'd go to be cleaned, to be like put back for sale. And they were just fucking killed on the inside. Like I'm talking like a kid like squeezed a grape juice and they just left it
Dude,
there to get crusty in the carpet.
it's disgusting. Like I don't understand. Like
I don't know about any of these other white families, but like if I ever did that in my parents' car, I would get fucking slapped.
Yeah,
And I would
have
never
been
do it
killed.
again. I would never, it would never happen again, miraculously.
It's not miraculous. It's because you got fucking what you deserved for ruining your parents' vehicle. Look at this car, right? Forget the outside for a minute, but like look at the inside of this car. Like look at it, like 14 or 13 seconds. It shows like stuff stuffed in the seat, like crevices and just like that's bad.
Yeah, it's like how do you? And then it comes back to like, is it like that? Like, aren't you embarrassed?
Literally, aren't you? You should be.
Like, do you take people places in this?
Yet, like, mother
I
of
would never
four.
offer to drive somebody anywhere. Like
This
you
is-
can't you can't fucking just it's a little messy your way out of this.
I don't even know what's like. Look at this. There's top 3 comments. If my car was like this, I would be too embarrassed to take it to a dealer. Or sorry, excuse me, detailer. You certainly transformed her car well done. And yeah, he did do a good job. But then there's someone under here, I forgot about this. Who leaves used tampons in their car? There was tampons in the fucking car, so it's not just the kids. If you found used tampons in a car when you were detailing cars, would you blow your brains out in the car or just... You wore gloves, right?
I'd probably just drive into oncoming traffic on the way home.
I don't know, man. Like, I see stuff like this, and it's just like, oh, the joy of having children. Hey, how about no? Like,
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, like if people want it, by all means, go for it. Just leave me the fuck out of it.
no, I don't agree with that assessment. I think that we should convince people not to have kids. That's the Curbrash political stance.
Yeah.
Like, but it's
Stances. You're not allowed.
you're not allowed. If you can't maintain your vehicle, you cannot maintain a human being. That's my thought. Like, if you
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
yeah, like just I'm sorry, but it's the truth. If you can't maintain your vehicle, you have no right maintaining human life.
I've saw so many cars like this while I was detailing though, like it's
Really?
crazy.
And most of the minivans,
Usually CUVs or vans, they would come in looking like this.
no fucking shock there. Because everybody who owns them is like a garbage person. Like I'm
Yeah,
willing to take
and
that stance.
they all have a smell when you get into them. Like they just smell fucking gross. It's like a lingering smell. You know, it's like you get into them and they just smell stale and bad.
It's like it smells funky. Like it smells like a
Yeah.
certain funk. Like something has like when something is expired, you know? Like yeah. Like, and I don't, like, to be clear, like, I think that this is a bit deeper than we usually go, but I think that, honestly, in a lot of cases, there's oftentimes some sort of element of, like, mental health issue when it comes to, like, really, like, there are people who, like, clean depressed people's homes and stuff, like, because they just let it go because they don't care anymore. And I'm not saying I understand that, but, like, I can see how that would be, you know, you would let things go
The
at that
car
point.
is just the small version of it.
But yeah, exactly, right? But like also in the same breath, I'm like still going back to the same question of like, if you can't really be trusted to maintain this very small thing, it has needs, I'm not saying cars are actually children, but like it has needs. This is a newer Kia Sportage, I'm just realizing. This is like pretty fucking
like
new.
this, I mean, this video is 2 years old. The car in it is probably,
Like a year or two old.
I don't know, a couple years old at least.
But like a car has needs. It has like, you know, you need to feed a kid, you need to change the oil, you need to like, and if you don't do these things, you're gonna have a huge problem. But like if you can't even be like fucking bothered, like why would I trust you as a parent?
My like my thing always was like these cars would come in and like the first thing that comes to my mind is like, what does your house look like if this is what the car looks like? Like what do you live in?
My favorite is when they smell like cheap like body spray in the car, because it's like, what are you covering?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like they just it's always like the axe in the cup holder. It's like, what do you think you're fixing with this?